Imagine one evening you're sitting there in your room, alone, watching anime after another uneventful day, staring at your screen.
Damn, these girls look so pretty. I wish I could date this one with them huge knockers.
You say very respectfully to yourself.
Yeah, I bet she's fit to be my waifu.
And since you're a man of commitment and dedication, you're almost ready to make a picture of this goddess your profile pic on Twitter. You're just one click away.
Stop right there! Do you even know her? Her story? Her character? Are you really ready to make her pretty face the very image that your opinion on the internet will be invalidated over? Don't make your biggest mistake of this anime season and choose a waifu that's not fit for you. This is Waifu Watch, your trusted source of quality over obsession over fictional 2D women. Stay tuned as we do all the research for you and validate, or not, your taste in anime girls. On the surface, Sylphiette might not look like a strong waifu pick for some of you. Her design lacks the usual flair and pizzazz that the audiences expect from female anime characters nowadays, but don't let that fool you. Depending on the situation, she will be your devil or your angel, and sometimes she might even play into the fanboy fantasy, but without all the bells and the whistle that you would expect. Oh, so what now? You're not really into that sort of thing? Well, let me tell you something. This bad boy can heal so much trauma, it will make you question your own sexuality. Oh, and real talk, by the way, I fucking love this meme. Our generation is so brain-rotted and horned up that it's not even funny anymore. But all jokes aside, Sylphie is a surprisingly deep and interesting character, especially if we're talking about the light novels. If I were to compare her to two other main female characters in Mushoku Tensei, then Eris would be a full extra large plate of hot sauced buffalo wings. It's definitely really good, but not for everyone. Then Roxy is probably some overpriced tiny little piece of shrimp flavored molecular cuisine sort of jelly, because every time you say that she's your waifu, you really have to justify how the fuck your life got to that point. And Sylphie is a big, comfortable scoop of vanilla ice cream, but with a handful of sour candy mixed in and a bit of sass. Sure, she's your wholesome, comfortable sort of character, but dig a little deeper and oh boy, you'll find out that, yeah, she can be that wild. But that's not even the best part yet. Most importantly, Sylphie is an integral part of the story. I mean, we've known her since episode 3 of the anime and the first volume of the novel. I don't remember the exact chapter though. Not only that, but a few important arcs revolve around her, and she's well integrated in the overall narrative of the series. For example, she's the main connection that we have to Princess Ariel. There are at least 2 episodes that are almost entirely Sylphie focused, and there are countless extra chapters in the novel dedicated to her POV. That's not even counting how many times we switch to her side of the story during the Academy arc. All of this to say that she's not just some roadside addition to the great cast of Mushoku Tensei, no, she's a very active actor in the story. And this becomes even more obvious when you look at how much influence Sylphie has over Rudius and his character development. First of all, from the get-go, Sylphie became the second most important female character in Rudius' life. After Roxy taught him everything and just fucking left, who was there for Rudius? Right, Sylphie. She became Rudius' first and only friend. Not only that, but thanks to her, he was able to completely overcome his previous trauma by beating the shit out of the bullies who harassed her, and then him by extension, but they couldn't do shit because he's the protagonist. Sylphie is the first person Rudy genuinely cares about, to the point that he decided to find a job at age 7 just so he could go to school with her. Of course, it didn't start that way. Rudy wouldn't be Rudy if he wasn't chronically down bad and tried to, groom her to be his ideal type in the future. But luckily, he grew pretty quickly out of that mindset, and now he genuinely has a lot of love and respect for her. Especially considering that she was the one who healed his ED. And all it took her was to pretend to be a strong man for a year and get Rudy so confused about his own sexuality. Well, what can I say? As an old wise man once said, it takes a real man to be best girl, or I don't know if it's applicable here, but I don't know. Look, and she pulled that trick twice! So yeah, she's not just some filler side chick who won't get the time of day type of character, which are, the norm for isekai fantasy harem shows. And if we were to describe her not as a character, but as a person, she would probably be someone that you would be happy to hang out with in real life. She doesn't have many weird quirks that might differentiate her from the rest, but honestly speaking, she doesn't really need any of that. She is what I like to call a whole character, which is to say that she's so well written and has such a wide emotional spectrum and rich history that you can't really put her in any single descriptory bucket. Also, Sylphie is an incredibly flawed character, despite how perfect and kind and caring and beautiful and strong and sexy and handsome. What I'm trying to say is that you can easily believe that this is how a real person would behave if she wasn't, a fictional 2D half-elf girl created by a Japanese man whose name you can't even pronounce right half the time. All in all, if our findings struck a chord with you, or you're also one of those people who can rub one out 3 times in a row from just hearing the sentence childhood friend, then I believe that Sylphie is the waifu you can proudly have an imaginary relationship with. But, make sure to not become one of those weirdos who romance the preteen version of her. That shit's gross, and you don't have any way to justify that without looking like Rudius in his least proud moments. Also, if you don't feel like sharing her with any other man, then don't watch season 2 of the anime, I guess. Because if she was considered wife material before, then now she's a full-on wife. Full stop. And so, the Waifu Watch committee deems Sylphiette to be a top-tier waifu with the legal stamp of approval, depending on how creepazoided you are. Thank you for watching the first episode of Waifu Watch, and please consider submitting your own suggestions on who we should cover next. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, if it made you laugh or validated your taste in anime women, I guess. Oh, and subscribe to the channel if you, want to see more stuff like that. Hopefully I won't go away for a while. Once again, thank you for watching. It's been Danon. Take care and have a good day. Baka.